Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the S.S. English podcast, where we make learning English easy and fun, while discussing important, useful topics that affect our everyday lives. I'm Sally, your host for today, and I'm really excited about our topic. Reading a book effectively is not just about finishing it quickly, but about understanding, retaining, and applying what you've read. Whether you're reading for leisure, learning, or personal growth, there are strategies you can use to maximize your reading experience. Here's a guide on how to read a book effectively. 1. Set clear goals for reading. Why it matters. Knowing why you're reading a book helps you stay focused and determine the depth of engagement you need. Examples. For leisure, your goal might be to enjoy the story or relax. For learning, you might be reading to gather knowledge or improve a specific skill, so you might need to take notes and reflect on key concepts. For personal growth, you might want to extract life lessons, motivational insights, or strategies to apply in your daily life. 2. Preview the book. Why it matters. Previewing a book before diving into it helps you get a sense of its structure, main ideas, and whether it's relevant to your goals. How to do it. Skim the table of contents to understand the major topics covered. Read the introduction and conclusion to get an overview of the main arguments or themes. Scan chapter headings, subheadings, and key points to identify the book structure. 3. Break down the book into manageable sections. Why it matters. Large books can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into smaller sections makes them more digestible. How to do it. Break the book into chapters or sections, and set a specific time each day for reading. Set realistic reading goals for each session, e.g., 20 to 30 pages or one chapter. Take breaks between sections to absorb the material fully. 4. Annotate or take notes. Why it matters. Writing down your thoughts, reactions, and questions as you read helps reinforce understanding and memory. It also allows you to return to key ideas later. How to do it. Highlight key points or underline important quotes. Write margin notes or summaries to clarify concepts. Keep a reading journal where you jot down thoughts, ideas, and reflections after each chapter or section. 5. Ask questions while you read. Why it matters. Actively engaging with the material helps you understand it on a deeper level and fosters critical thinking. How to do it. Before reading, ask yourself, what do I want to learn from this book? During reading, ask questions like, why is this idea important? Or, how does this relate to what I already know? After reading, reflect on how the book answers your questions or challenges your assumptions. 6. Engage in active reading. Why it matters. Passive reading often leads to superficial understanding, while active reading helps you process and retain information. How to do it. Summarize key points in your own words as you go along. Connect new information with what you already know. Relate ideas in the book to your life, experiences, or other knowledge. Pause and reflect on what you've read. Take time to think about the implications of the material. 7. Read with purpose. Why it matters. Purposeful reading allows you to focus on what truly matters and avoid distractions. You don't always need to read every word if you're after specific information. How to do it. Scan for key information when you're reading nonfiction or reference books. Skip parts that don't serve your goals, e.g., anecdotes, lengthy examples. Speed reading techniques can be useful when trying to absorb information quickly. Focus on reading phrases, not individual words. 8. Pause and reflect. Why it matters. Reflecting on what you've read helps deepen your understanding and integrate new knowledge. How to do it. Pause after a chapter or section to review what you've learned and think about how it fits into the bigger picture. Ask yourself, what were the key takeaways? How can I apply this to my life or work? Did any ideas challenge my thinking? If so, why? 9. Discuss and teach what you read. Why it matters. Teaching others or discussing ideas with peers can reinforce your learning and help you retain information better. How to do it. Join a book club or online discussion group where you can share your thoughts. Explain key ideas to a friend or colleague in simple terms to solidify your understanding. Write a summary or review of the book for yourself or others. 10. Practice spaced repetition. Why it matters. Repeating key ideas or concepts over time enhances long-term retention and deepens your understanding. How to do it. Review notes and highlights regularly, especially after finishing the book. Use spaced repetition systems, SRS, to revisit key concepts at regular intervals to keep them fresh in your mind. Create a summary sheet with bullet points or diagrams of the most important takeaways from the book for quick review. 11. Apply what you've learned. Why it matters. Knowledge is most valuable when it's applied to real-life situations. Applying what you've read helps turn theoretical concepts into practical wisdom. How to do it. After reading, identify ways to implement the lessons in your work, personal life, or habits. Set specific actions or goals based on the book's content. For example, if you read a book on productivity, set a new habit or system to try out. 12. Balance reading with rest and reflection. Why it matters. Taking breaks between reading sessions gives your brain time to process information, improving retention. How to do it. Take short breaks during long reading sessions. Don't rush through the book. Let ideas marinate in your mind. Consider rereading sections that are particularly impactful or complex. Or, ________. Bonus tips for speed and comprehension. Speed reading. If you're trying to read more books in less time, you can practice techniques like reading in chunks rather than word by word. Using your finger to guide your eyes, which can help maintain focus and increase speed. Minimizing subvocalization, the habit of silently saying every word in your head. Visual learning. Use tools like mind maps, diagrams, or charts to visualize complex concepts. The key to reading effectively isn't just about speed, it's about being intentional and engaging with the content. By actively participating in the process of reading, taking notes, reflecting on ideas, and applying what you've learned, you'll find that reading becomes a more rewarding and transformative experience. What kind of books do you like to read most? Goal, a purpose, or something that you want to achieve. Contents, the articles or parts contained in a magazine or book, with the number of the page they begin on. Annotate, to add a short explanation or opinion to a text or image. Summary, a short, clear description that gives the main facts or ideas about something. Knowledge, understanding of or information about a subject that you get by experience or study, either known by one person or by people generally. Concepts, difficult to understand or find an answer to because of having many different parts. Retention, the ability to keep or continue having something. Productivity, the ability to do as much work as possible in a particular period. Mind map, a type of diagram equals simple plan, with lines and circles for organizing information so that it is easier to use or remember. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to the S.S. English podcast. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing.